like you stay, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah. Roll it from the cradle to the grave, yeah.
On my good, on my block, yeah. On my, I won't stop, yeah. Play with me, I'll let it, yeah. Halo on me, Saint Laurent, yeah. It's cool.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year's, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Texans going up against the Colts.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome you to the heart of the Hoosier State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, and Lucas Oil Stadium. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go!
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Well, still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. On 3rd down, that's Miller. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the 1st down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And they'll give Miller another crack. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a former New Mexico Lobo, it's Jarrell Presley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Catch made there by Brett Perriman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Now Flacco. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Vinatieri now on to try the field goal for the Colts. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it.
Loving it. That's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Tenth carry now for Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 3rd down, that's Miller. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
That'll be a 47-yard punt officially, 5 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Michael. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, Flacco to throw. Going for a right side here, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now it's Flacco. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Flacco from midfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. 2nd and 10. Flacco once more. And that's going to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And again, it's Flacco to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. They find some open field here. The trot, and now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And from down in Miami, an update. The Bills have taken an early lead against the Dolphins. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. Shelling through the defense. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 18-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll run again with Presley. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Flacco into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, D. Milliner. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now. But he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. This is Miller. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Again, it's Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Shift together here from the D-line. In motion is Fedorowicz. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's Presley. And some room to maneuver. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a carry here for Presley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side at the 22-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, this is Presley. carries into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
To throw on second is Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run. It's Presley. And the ball is knocked out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They go to Michael again. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On the run, this is Michael. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll run it here with Michael. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the carry, Michael. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Christian Michael with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Vinatieri now for the point after. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the gun, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for the Texans. 43 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Now it's Miller. He's to the 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, little 360. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Colts getting ready to go. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Here's Flacco. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Now a give. It's Michael. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it again with Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He gets this with her boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And the Colts coming out now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Flacco here on 2nd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is not with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. And sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And room there to work it inside the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Flacco, a veteran in these situations, hurrying his guys up. Flacco over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Brett Perriman there, and it's 3rd and short.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To pass, Flacco. His throw caught at about the 5. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Flacco, a veteran in these situations, hurrying his guys up. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think...
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Christian Michael with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. Now a toss going left. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the pitch goes to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Flacco, a veteran in these situations, hurrying his guys up. He's back to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Finding room to the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.